Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here in the garage, Little Face Brewing. I have to apologize for the crazy lighting I have going on here, but you know what time of the year it is. It is hop harvest time. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Hop harvest time. So, I already did one beer with this year's harvest. Well, first pickings, we'll call it. And those hops were all in decent shape, the whole 9 yards. Now I'm just going through basically cleaning them up, taking them down. I'm not going to net a whole lot off of these hops this year, but we're going to have hops nonetheless. And we're going to have hops from 2022. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to enjoy a beer from Short-Circuited Brewers. This is a brown ale. Oh, everybody in the pool saw a bunch of... I probably should have went easy on that one, but oh well, it's in there. This is a nut brown ale from Short-Circuited Brewers. Maris Otter Biscuit, Caramel 120, Chocolate Special Roast. Hops are fucking... Oh, it's nice. Oh, that's real nice. Yum, yum. Yum, yum. 4.7% sessionable beer. Gotta love it. Gotta love those session ales. I gotta figure out how to make more session ales myself. I don't do very well at that. So, either way, how about we grab the beer and let's go start tearing some hops down. Shall we? As you can see, some of these are pretty well dried up. I'm not going to get a whole lot off of here, but there's still some, look, there's still some good hops in there. So my hope is to get a bucket's worth out of here. Don't quite know if I'll get a whole bucket or not, but we're going to give her a whirl. There's some nice ones on the backside here. So this was my healthiest plant this year. The other ones just didn't really produce. And I'll show you what I mean down off to the side. There's a couple on here that might still be good. I don't know if it's the spotted lanternfly that got to these, because I had the same issue out front at the door where it's usually every year lush. I don't know what happened over here this year, but they just really, it's almost like they got the blight. But you can see just how dry the plant got. So I don't know if you have any ideas on what would have happened to these guys. Put me a comment below and give me your thoughts. There's still plenty of good hops on here. I mean, like, it's not going to be probably what I'll end up doing is just using these in a harvest ale just for this year. And because I don't think I'll have enough to really worry about vacuum packing or anything like that. What I found is it's kind of easier to try and do this in small chunks if you can. If you can grab a hold of some pieces and toss them in. I think these are Chinook. I don't think these are Cascade. Pretty sure that's a Chinook. But if you can do this in small chunks, it's not as overwhelming, because growing hops can be overwhelming. I mean, you really don't have to do a whole lot with them through the growing period. Keep them well watered, Make sure they're in an area that gets plenty of sun and wind. Learned that from Brad Pico. They like to sway in the wind. So there, but the picking really is where your work is. I know this doesn't look like a whole lot of work. I mean, I'm just sitting here picking. But after you do this for a couple hours, you kind of tend to have the craps on it. But you hang in there, because every now and then you'll come to a spot and be like, oh, the mother lode. And you get a whole bunch of really good ones. Man, there's something about picking hops and just being around the hops. That's kind of cool. So I got half of the big mass there cleaned up, and I would like to try and get the rest of this done tonight yet, because then that's pretty much it of all the usable hops. I've got about this much in there right now, about the same as what's in the Yost. This brown ale, very good. A little taste of whiskey on there would be real nice. Oh well. Hard part's going to be getting it down around from the gutters up there without getting a ladder. Ladder's right over here, so it's not that big of a deal. I can get her taken down. But there's more usable hops in this section than what was here. This was mostly dry and heavy vine. Pretty much everything grew up. And there was some nice stuff that was kind of on the top that went over here that was somewhat protected. But if you're going to grow hops, I suggest not doing it this way. If you've watched any of my videos in the past on hops and then growing hops and picking hops, you'll notice that that is a constant for me. But I do it every year. I do think though next year here in the back or on the side of the house, I'm going to have to go through those and actually take care of those. I should take care of them this winter. Put a nice bed of stuff over them to protect them through the winter, so they have a good, nice start in the spring, and then actually pay attention to them and grow them right. Brian, well done. I'm not going to drink that little bit of yeast. I'm going to dump that over there. But that, sir, was a nice brown ale. I'm going to pull some more of these hops down and get back at her, eh? Oh yeah, there's definitely good ones in here. might as well clean the gutters out where we're at it. All right, I'm done for now. I got about a third of a bucket. Not bad. There, if you can, there you can see them. They still smell good, and they were still quite sticky. So we're going to open another homebrew. This is 10 Ike Collab, and I believe this is from Adam Folmer and Josh Turner. They did a West Coast IPA, 8.2%, Centennial, Simcoe, Amarillo, and Citra. And I know he fills his up to the tippy top. Good carbonation, good aroma coming out of the glass too. Again, I apologize for my lighting. There we go. Oh, everybody in the pool again. Not quite as bad as the sludge from the... sludge isn't a good word. I don't like sludge. Sludge isn't a good word. Oh, this is my kind of IPA, I can tell already. Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's get these dumped into the Yoast. Yeah, that'll do. There's another big one. That'll do. That'll do just fine. Phew. So, not done. Still have another half of that bush in the front to do, which will give me a little bit more. I'll definitely have enough here to do a batch of 2022 harvest hops. Nah, I got more than I thought. So that's it for picking for tonight. Usually takes me a couple days to go through them. There's sense in overdoing it all one time. I don't have enough time in the day to do it anyway. Working like a damn dog. So I get home, I only got an hour or two before daylight now. So, but that's neither here nor there. Let's enjoy this IPA. That is my style. That tastes like my IPAs. So, got the Yoast here behind me. Simple Yoast. This is actually better than the one I had before, which I think, well, it's up here in the attic. I think I'm going to offer that off to somebody in the club if they want it, because this one here is going to be all I need. And this is simple. I just set it up on 2 sawhorses, and it's one big piece of mesh with some screen in it. It really does work well. And it's so easy to put away. There's no weight to it. I just throw it up in the attic and it's done, because you only need it for a couple weeks out of the year, and that's it. So I'll pick some more tomorrow, and I might do another harvest deal. I enjoyed, and I've got to keg it up yet. It's downstairs. We have Patterson Park coming up, or actually, no, Yorktoberfest. I will be serving, I decided that I'll be serving the Spruce Tips IPA, the Harvest Ale, and I'm going to just take a pale ale, one I have down in the big fermenter. So big fermenter. I'll probably go ahead and keg that up this week. I might just keg everything up this weekend. That way everything's in kegs. And then I got to worry about, or start thinking about Patterson Park. Beginning of December down in Baltimore, Maryland. That's an event we do every year. Really look forward to that one. So you got to start thinking about that beer. I got a little bit of time, but I got to try and work it in with work. So there's that. So there we have it. Hop picking. I don't know if you learned anything, but if you need to learn something, then to take away from growing hops is they are easy to grow. They're a pain to pick, but they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous, and there's something about hops that I just love. And I didn't do it this much this year. Maybe that's why they didn't do as well this year. I love to just sit out amongst them. Like, as much of a pain as these were picking tonight, it's only mainly because I have other things on my mind, but there's something about it. They just kind of calm you. Like, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Josh and Adam, if you're watching, wonderful beer. Outstanding beer. Brian, if you're watching, outstanding beer at the beginning of the video with Short-Circuited Brewers. So, yeah, that's going to be my video for this week. This is SJ Pour in the garage at Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer. Brew wonderful beer. And sit in your garage and mess with hops.